What's going on, people? It's YFD, your favorite demon, and I'm back again. Keep saying that, back again, but yeah, we're back again. Firstly, let me just say we are 40 subscribers away from the 3K mark at the time of shooting this video. Still in awe, still can't believe how good the channel's going, and I'm just really and truly grateful and thankful, because without all of you lot who show support to the channel, this would not be possible. So let me just thank every individual person for that. Secondly, I put a post out yesterday on my community page talking about the issues I'm having with the clothing website. I've been going back and forth with them and it's just been a nightmare, to be honest. So as I mentioned on my post, we're going rogue. I'm taking pre-orders now for clothing that will be shipped at the end of the month. The question is, why pre-order? Well, if you pre-order, I'm going to enter you into the competition that I'm going to be running from now until the end of the month, which is any purchase from now until the end of the month before the site goes live. I'm going to print a number and place it on the inside of whatever you purchase. At the end of the month, I'll then pick a random number and whoever has that number will be the winner. And what you get for that is a £50 voucher of your choice, a £50 donation to a mental health charity in your name, a mystery prize, a shout out on the channel, and also I'll post a photo of yourself if that's what you want, or if you just want the shout out, you can have the shout out, and 20% off your next order if you do choose to order again. So as I said, the competition's running from now until the end of the month, and if you want to be in with a chance to win and you want to support the channel a bit further, get your pre-orders in now. I'm going to leave a link to the PayPal so you can purchase the items in the description box of this video, so check it out. We got the cherry red hoodie with black writing, YFD, one and done. We got the black with red writing. We got the grey with red writing. We got the hats to match, the winter woolly hats, and we got the t-shirts to match in all colours. They're the three colours that we got now. We got cups and we got face masks. So as I said, if you want to be in with a chance, click the PayPal link and pre-order your merch. Also, check out the community page on my channel. Go to my channel, click community, read the post. Prices are up there and all that good stuff. Also, again, I got the link on the community page as well on the post that I put up, and you can see some pictures of some of the items. And that's about it. I had to get a cheeky little plug in. As I said, if you want to support the channel a bit more, that's the way to do it. Now, let's get to why we're really here. Today's video is going to be about Decca Heggie. Hot topic at the minute, real controversial. I tried to stay away from it, but I received loads and loads of requests to give my opinion. So this isn't going to be your traditional breakdown. It's going to be like a mini breakdown, more my opinion sort of stuff. There was loads more stuff that I haven't put into the video because I was only made aware of it at the time of editing and I couldn't be bothered to go back and do it. But you never know, this might be the one that we have to do a part 2 on. So enough being said, thank you every single individual person for helping me get to near that 3K mark. It means the world to me, and I want to just again thank all of you. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
Decca is back.
Back, are you, Decca? To be honest, I don't think you left.
He's positive, he's happy, and I'm feeling fit.
Well, that is great to hear, Decca.
I'm getting fit, I'm focused, and I'm ready.
I want to know exactly what you're ready for.
I seen your video today, DC. I haven't watched it. Someone sent me it and I seen your ugly mug on it.
You've seen the video, but then you say you didn't watch it. Someone sent it to you because you saw his ugly mug. I don't believe that for a second. I believe you watched it 100%.
But I'm not responding.
You're not responding, but yet you're on camera responding. Carry on.
I'm actually making this video to let everybody know. If you go on my Facebook All or Nothing page.
For what?
You will see the link to the 3D Fight Club to purchase your tickets for March the 19th.
You want them to purchase tickets to a fight that isn't happening. That Danny Christie has come out and said he's not fighting. Makes no sense. And if I'm honest, just quickly, I was seeing and hearing that tables were costing $2,000. Are you having a joke? Who is going to pay $2,000 to see you two fight? That is crazy. But again, carry on.
Mr. Christie, you agreed to the fight. I agreed, you agreed. You can't pull out now.
Well, actually, he can, Decca, because he is his own man and it's his choice. So if he wants to pull out the fight, he has every right to. It's his God-given right.
Because if you do, you've got a lot of people to answer to.
No, he doesn't. Who would he have to answer to? From some of the videos I've seen, he's not too bothered about YouTube and isn't interested in any of that type of stuff. So who would he possibly have to answer to?
You don't go saying you want to fight a man and then pull out and say, I don't want to make him money.
To be honest, if I had the issue that you two had with each other, I wouldn't want to make you any money either. I'm not going to help someone make a fortune off the back of me when we don't like each other. And we've already had a fight and agreed that it was put to bed. So all this extra back and forth is really kind of unnecessary in my opinion.
Listen, if you don't fight me, you don't turn up on March the 19th, I am your boss.
No, Decca, that's not how it works. I don't think you're his boss. And you're coming across a bit as a if I'm honest, behaving like that.
I am your master.
Again, no you ain't, Decca. You ain't anybody's master. And to even think that you are, it just shows me that you're quite childish to even come out with comments like that.
I am the one. Yeah?
No.
So be there, March 19th, get yourself fit.
He's already told you. He's not interested in giving you a payday and he doesn't want to have a fight with you again. He's cool, he's happy, he's doing what he's doing. Leave the man alone.
If you want to make yourself relevant, you're going to have to fight me.
Again, that's just more rubbish. To make himself relevant, he has to fight you. He already had a fight with you. And in my opinion, I believe he got the better of you. Now, this ain't no hate campaign towards Decca or anything like that. And this ain't no, I'm a Danny Christie supporter, because I ain't either. Because there's some things I heard about him too that I don't agree with. The only thing I respect at the minute is Danny Christie has been man enough to come out and say the things that he's done and the things that people wouldn't normally say to the public. He's come out and said them. So for that, I got to take my hat off and show the man respect for it. Whether I agree with it or not, I respect a man that's able to actually come out and say them sort of things. But carry on.
Because you're a nobody.
Who are you to call somebody a nobody? So because you got a YouTube channel with 20 odd thousand subscribers makes you a somebody? I don't think it does, in my opinion.
But anyways, we're not going to get into that. I just want everybody to know, if you want to purchase your tickets, go to the All or Nothing Facebook page, or you can get the link in the description box of this video.
There is no fight happening, so don't go and purchase any tickets.
Okay, and there's only one man that I'm interested in. Unfinished business.
I think you want to change your interests, if I'm honest, Decca, because he doesn't seem like he's interested in you. And there's a load of other things you could be doing with your time than chasing a fight with Danny Christie again.
Final bell, whatever you want to call it.
There is no unfinished business or final bell. The only person who's got unfinished business seems like you at the minute, because you're not happy with how the first fight went. Leave the man alone. Let the man live.
Okay. This video is just to say that you have agreed to the fight.
And he's also come out and said he's not interested, so take the hint.
Okay, you've agreed to it. You phoned Dougie and says, I'm fighting him. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not now, I don't want to make anybody money.
And that is his God-given right. You cannot force or bully or antagonize someone into having a fight if they don't want to have a fight. That is being a bully, in my opinion. And then your name dropping Dougie and stuff like that's supposed to mean anything. So what if he said something to Dougie and said, yeah, I want to have a fight? If he wants to change his mind, he's allowed to change his mind. Let him change his mind.
Yeah. Well, I'm in training now and I'm getting really fit. My conditioning's getting better. I am going to be like a bull in a china shop.
Too little too late, Decca. You had your shot and you fumbled the ball. It's as simple as that. And as for getting fit and training, just do it for your mental health and physical fitness. Because Danny Christie is not interested in fighting you, from what I've seen. But carry on.
So get fit, and I'll see you March 19th.
This guy's still going on about March 19th. That is not happening, people. Leave the man alone, man. Jeez.
Guys, links in the description box. Get your tickets now.
Again, tickets to a fight that ain't happening. What else can we find?
How we doing, guys? Once again, having to come on this and not just... It's not about explaining myself.
It is about explaining yourself. Hence the reason you're on here talking. So it is about you explaining yourself. Just be real, man.
The skullduggery and what's happening to me on a personal level is just beyond the joke. And so many haters and trolls on my pages, very close friends and people that I trusted, posting or sending the trolls voice messages, private conversations.
Here's a question for you. If they're very close friends and whatever else and whatnot you just said, why would they be sending this information out there to your so-called trolls? I'm not going to dispute or deny that you have trolls because I don't actually know. I only saw a piece of your expose or whatever you call it that you was banging on about for months, and I can agree. If everything you're saying in that was true, it does look like you got a few haters or trolls coming at you. But why are the people that you say are your close friends, why are they doing this to you? The sole reason can't just be hate. I refuse to believe that. But anyway, carry on.
I'm coming on to speak about this Ron Swanson and James thing. To me, I was set up. It's a total setup.
How was it a setup, Decca? Please explain.
I've said something in jest.
You said something in jest. Do you know what that means? That means as a joke or something to not be taken serious. And for those of you who don't know, he's talking about the phone call between him and that Ron Swanson where they speak about James. And Decca had a lot of input in that conversation, so I'm not sure how he can say it's a setup. Nobody made you have an input on that conversation. Nobody forced you to entertain that conversation. You chose to entertain it off your own back, Decca. You got to take accountability for that.
I didn't record that conversation.
Well, clearly you didn't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be posting it. You wouldn't have put it out there.
I don't really know Ron much.
You don't really know him much. But 10 seconds ago, you just said it's close friends that's posting these private phone calls between you and people. So is he your close friend or is he not your close friend? Or is that another lie? I would love to know.
I did a podcast with him. We were planning on working together and stuff. Now listen, what problems Ron has with James is nothing to do with me.
If it's nothing to do with you, then you should have never have entertained the conversation at all.
Ron has brought James up in a conversation.
And you entertained it. You felt necessary to add your 10 pence comments in to a conversation that you're now saying is nothing to do with you. This is the issue. A lot of these people on there don't want to take accountability for their actions. You want to sit there, cry and complain that people are posting private phone calls, but what's done in the dark always comes to the light. So you should never say things in the dark that you ain't willing to stand on if they come to light. And that's what you done. That's the problem. You should have never spoke out of turn. How easy is it to say, because I've said it to people in my comment section and stuff like that when people have tried to message me stuff. It's easy to just say, listen, whatever's going on with you and matey, I'm nothing to do with. I'm not interested in. I don't want to be a part of it. So please don't engage me in conversation about this person. Change the subject. And if they proceed to keep talking about that person, you then say, listen, mate, I've got to go. I'm not interested. I'm off. When you're ready to not speak about that person, call me back. But you didn't. You wanted to entertain the conversation, and that's the issue. And now you want to say it had nothing to do with you. You should have never have been speaking about people in private to begin with. As I said, don't say something in the dark that you ain't willing to stand on when it comes to the light. But carry on.
Now this recording has totally been taken out of context at all levels.
That's another thing I'm noticing with these YouTubers. Soon as they get pulled up on for something that they've said, all of a sudden it's, oh, it was in jest, oh, it was taken way out of context and whatnot. And I get it, that can be the case sometimes, but not all the time, man. And it's not even like it was something that was said publicly. This was said privately. You know, when you felt the most comfortable and safest to say what it is you wanted to really say. And now that it's become public, now all of a sudden it's taken out of context and blah, blah, blah. Just own up to it. Take accountability for your actions as a man, what a man should do. And say you messed up. Say you made a mistake. But you're still trying to wriggle away from it. Come on, Decca, man. Better than that.
To suit the narrative of the people targeting me.
Again, there may be people targeting you. There very may well be. But you can't say a conversation that you had, the comments that you made, is being pushed to support a narrative for somebody else. No, because they never knew you was going to say what you said. They never made you say what you said. Again, hold yourself accountable. You said it, Decca. Nobody else. You. So the idea of someone taking that out of context to push their own narrative, I'm not agreeing with. I don't agree with that at all. You said the comments, stand by them, stand on them, or apologize for them. Say you made a mistake, and that's it. Own up to it. Don't wriggle away from it and try to justify what you did or explain what you did. Just accept you done a shady wrong move and you tried to engage and entertain like school playground girl tactics and talk bad about someone. Just admit it.
Now, sometimes I do record people that I'm suspicious about.
So the person who's complaining about people recording him, he actually records people. That is confused. So it's okay for you to record people because you've got a reason for it. You justify it by saying you don't trust people, but other people recording you you're not happy with because now it's been released into the public. If I'm honest, all this recording stuff, that's what police do. This is police This is police behaviour. Like, I'm not feeling it at all, if I'm honest. And it's just making me see a whole different side of YouTube. Like, who's got time to be having to figure out people's intentions, man? And people's agendas? That is dead. That is dead and long. I don't think anybody should be recording anybody, if I'm honest. But each to their own. Everyone do what they gotta do. I just don't have a lot of respect for it. If it's something that needs to be recorded, that might help you or save you in some way, fair enough. But even then, it's like, that's at a push. Like I said, only police do recording. But carry on.
Because I don't trust anybody. People can see what I've been through and it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yes, I would agree. If what you've been going through turns out to be all wrong and you're innocent completely, which I'll get to in a bit actually. But if you are innocent, then what you've been going through is wrong. But it ain't like you've had every opportunity to prove yourself to be innocent, Decca. And that's the be all and end all of it, really. You had every opportunity and still have every opportunity to prove your innocence, but yet you're not. But carry on, because we're going to get to that.
And the amount of skullduggery in this podcast world, and it's not just that, it's the stirrers with these small channels, using it to get views.
The same way you're using it to get views. That's what everyone has a YouTube channel for. To get some views, to get some subscribers, and hopefully one day you get enough views and subscribers that it actually pays off and you can earn a living from it. So let's not look down on anybody for trying to get a few views. As for stirring and whatnot, I'm not sure if you can say someone giving an opinion or reporting on a situation, which hundreds of thousands of YouTubers do, is called shit stirring. I think the only reason you're calling it that is because you're on the other end of it and you don't want this to keep being mentioned and spoke about in a public domain. But carry on, Decca.
Just using their own narrative to push something out there to get views and clicks.
As I said, it's pretty much what you done, ain't it? Ain't you received hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views by milking this whole situation when it could have been done and dusted like that in a click of a finger? You could have put this to bed ages ago. You've been banging on about your expose for months. Every other day there's a new video up and down here and there. So really you've been doing the same thing. You've been milking the whole situation for views yourself. So how have you got the audacity to be upset or pissed off at anybody who's doing the same thing? Again, it's all confusing. But carry on, Decca.
And I just don't understand it. The thing is, these people, do they want me to commit suicide? Is this what it's about?
I don't think they do, if I'm honest. I think they just want you to shut up about it now and prove your innocence. That's what I think. That's what I want. I want you to just prove it. And to me, that expose weren't enough to prove it. Yes, it proved that you had a few haters or whatever it is that you say it is, but we don't know why they're doing this, why they're targeting you. And the reasons that they say they're targeting you for, you haven't proven anybody wrong yet. But as I said, we're going to get to it. So carry on, Decca. Let's see what next.
But listen, see all this guys, I'm not interested anymore.
Well, it's about time. You've only been going on about it for the last God knows how long.
I'm not interested. I'm not going to come out proving myself.
Really? Really? You're not going to prove yourself? Now, see, now I've got a bit of an issue. Because I agree, Decca. If you know in your heart something is right, me personally, I'm the type of person to say I'm not proving nothing to no one. Because I don't have to. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. But there's a flip side to that coin. If I entertained the accusations for the length of time you've entertained them for, and I had gained views, subscribers, and earned ad revenue from it, then the least you could do is prove yourself, because you've gained financially from this situation. As I said, you've entertained people, you've entertained the situation. So I believe because of that, you don't have the option to say, listen, I'm not proving nothing to no one, do what you want to do. Believe what you want to believe, I know the truth. Because as I said, you entertained it. What you should have done is at the very beginning, the very start of when these accusations started coming, you should have said, if they weren't true, you should have said, listen, this is the first and last and only time I'm going to address this. It's nothing but haters and trolls trying to pull me down. All these accusations are not true, and I'm happy for any of you to go and do any kind of check that you want to do. But other than that, I'm leaving it at that, and I'm not giving these people the platform or the airtime that they so clearly want. And left it as that, done there, moved on, not spoke about it no more, and carried on with your channel. But you didn't do that, Decca. You didn't do that, did you? No. You saw it as the way a lot of people see things, which is there's no such thing as bad publicity. And you tried to capitalize and gain from these accusations and this situation you found yourself in. So, without ranting and going on too long about it, as I said, because you done that, you 100% owe it to the public, to your subscribers, to your viewers, and to anybody who wants to know. You owe them proof, and to prove yourself innocent. Because if you ain't innocent, then people have a right to know that, so that they can make a conscious decision to carry on watching your channel or to not carry on watching your channel. And if you are guilty, I will not be watching, I tell you that much. But as I said, we're still going to be getting into this. So carry on, Decca.
Okay, that won't happen. As I've agreed on the documentary podcast, I will be doing certain things in my time.
You see, nah man, that's not acceptable. For me personally, but obviously who am I? I'm a nobody. You don't have to do anything for my pleasure or my benefit. But for me, it's unacceptable. And I personally will not be watching anything else of yours. I will not be subscribing. I will not be watching. And I would advise anybody, if you're watching Decca, hold him accountable. Hold him accountable and say to him, this ain't running, this ain't working, you're not wriggling out of this. And I say that only because he's entertained the whole situation from the jump and gained from it. So hold him to a higher standard and tell him, this is not running, Decca. We're not going to be watching or supporting anything else you do until you give us the proof that we deserve and that you've said you're going to do, but now all of a sudden it's in your own time. Nah, mate, man don't want to see nothing else from you until you prove it. That's what I believe. That's what I think people should be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing. But carry on.
And I will be doing it, but I'm not getting involved in this anymore.
You see, like I said, too little too late. You should have had this same attitude when the accusations first came around. But you didn't. You tried to be slick and smart and entertain it because you thought you could capitalise off of it, and it's backfired.
See, this podcast world, it's full of vultures.
And at the minute, you look like one of them.
Full of vultures, full of nasty people, and I'm not interested in it anymore.
As I said a minute ago, this is the attitude you should have had from the jump.
Like I say, anybody that hasn't seen the expose, just go onto my Facebook page.
I ain't seen it all. If I'm honest, I've seen bits and parts of it, and a lot of people have spoke to me about it, and in my opinion what I saw of it was just a load of misdirection, Decca, man. I gotta be honest with you. Yes, you're highlighting the fact that you've got people who have an issue with you. Whether they're trolls or not, I don't know, and I can't say that they are. But yes, I agree, I can see these people clearly have some kind of issue with you. And the expose doesn't take away these allegations and accusations. Just because people have altercations and issues with you doesn't mean there is no truth to what anybody is saying. So in my opinion, the expose was really kind of a waste of time. Because as I said, as much as yes, you can agree that people have a problem with you, you didn't prove anything to be wrong in what they were saying. You just proved that people have an issue with you. And like I said, in my humble opinion, Decca, we don't really want to hear anything else from you other than the proof. Other than that enhanced DBS check. You need to get cracking on with that. Forget everything else. Forget about your trolls and haters or whatever you want to call them. Get the checks done and post it. It's as simple as that.
Our guy, me and my guy are setting up Odyssey, which has been set up now. The content will be loaded onto there as well, and we'll be doing a Patreon this week.
So you're going to do a Patreon again, so you can financially gain from this nonsense that you just said you're not involved and don't care about, and you don't want to be interested or involved in it anymore. Because Patreon, you have to pay to be able to view the person's content. So you want people to pay to watch this nonsense, even though, like I said, no one's interested unless you're showing the proof. I think that's morally wrong, in my opinion. But again, who am I? I'm nobody. I'm just a demon with a mask. But carry on, Decca.
But anyone that hasn't seen the expose, go to my Facebook page, All or Nothing, and you'll see it on there.
Again, I wouldn't advise anyone to waste 2 or 3 hours of their life, however long it is. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. The only thing he does, in my opinion, for what I saw, is show that people have issues with him. He hasn't proven the reasons they have issues with him to be wrong. And that is what everyone's interested in.
People need to research this that you just can't go posting checks online and in the public domain. I don't know where people get this idea you can from.
Well, actually, you can, because it's your personal information. So you can post it online. It's a fact. I checked it up and done a little bit of research behind it. And I advise anybody else to go and do a little bit of research on it. You can post your check online, and it doesn't take as long as you're making it out. It's actually rather quick, an enhanced DBS check. So again, stop wriggling, Decca, and just get it done, man.
But as I say, I'm not speaking about it anymore.
You've been saying that for the longest time, but yet every other day there's a new video with you talking about it in some way, shape or form. Which leads me to believe, again, this is all for financial gain, for you to capitalize off this situation. And that is morally wrong. There's a big difference between what is right to do and what you have a right to do. And yes, you have a right to do whatever it is you feel you have a right to do. But is it the right thing to do? No, it's not. To financially gain and capitalize off of a deep, dark, seedy situation that you're involved in, for me, is morally wrong. Prove your innocence and then, by all means, capitalize off of it. As much financial gain as you can possibly get, you are entitled to. But, as I said, prove your innocence.
How are we doing, everybody?
I'm doing great. I'd be doing a whole lot better if you're about to show this check that everyone's waiting for.
I'm feeling fresh.
Good for you, Decca.
Today I just want to make a video. I've been made aware that money is changing hands to bring my podcast down.
Boring. The guy's back to talking about it again when he just said he wouldn't talk about it. And how would you have been made aware that people are exchanging money to bring your podcast down? But let me guess, you won't elaborate on it. But carry on.
Now, when I get all evidence on this...
Well, surely how you was made aware would put you in a position to gather evidence about this. No? Maybe not. Carry on.
I will be exposing.
Listen, we're not interested in another expose and waiting 6 months for it, for you to put out another 2 to 3 hour nonsense video, not giving the people what it is they're asking for. Yes, we get it, Decca. There's people who's got issues with you. Everyone's got someone who don't like them. Everyone's got someone who's got an issue with them. We understand that. We get that. We've heard it. We're not interested in you exposing these people who have an issue with you. If you really want to shut them up, do the enhanced DBS check, Decca. It's not hard, mate. Get it done. Again, it's more wriggling, man. And it's starting to wind me up, if I'm honest.
It's not hard for people to notice on YouTube these certain channels that have been spouting lies about me.
Well, at the minute, you can't say it's lies. It's he said, she said. Because, again, you haven't proven them wrong. You highlighting somebody has issues or altercations with you doesn't prove your innocence.
Defamating my name.
Again, it's real simple to stop all of this, Decca. It's so simple, mate.
Just putting up content that kind of, taking my content as well and also posting it on their channels.
I bet you're going to have a problem with this one then, ain't you?
You've seen the same faces mixing it up with each other.
I can guarantee you 1,000,000% you ain't seen me mixing it up with anybody. I stay in my own lane and just give my honest opinion about a situation that is in front of me. But carry on.
All getting together, all colluding and conspiring.
I don't think they are, Decca, man. Maybe they are, but I don't think they are. I just think everybody wants what they've been asking for. And that's you to prove your innocence. But yet again, you ain't done it.
To bring me down.
And the big question is, why do they want to bring you down, Decca? Because they've told the whole world why they want to bring you down. But you ain't proving them wrong, which isn't a good look for you. But carry on.
Real people will notice this. Only the sheep won't.
Don't try it, Decca. So if someone doesn't agree with you or acknowledge what it is that you're saying to be true, then that makes them a sheep. Nah, mate. Stop the Jedi mind tricks and the reverse psychology. It ain't gonna work.
Everybody keeps going about checks, this and show this and show that and show this. When I do show it, is that gonna stop it?
Yes, it will. To an extent. You will still get the odd person who's gonna have an issue, but I can guarantee you a good 80 to 90% of people, real people, will just then say, sorry Decca mate, thanks for proving it, all the best, crack on, we'll continue watching. If you prove your innocence, I'll be the first to come on and apologise and make right what I've made wrong, because I'm going to give you my opinion on yourself towards the end of the episode. But as I said, if you did prove it, a lot of this would go away. You need to just hurry up and do it instead of talking about it all the time. Again, it's just another video that's probably going to have advertisement on it, that you generate some sort of ad revenue or financial gain from it, and you ain't doing nothing for the people who want to know the truth. You ain't proving your innocence.
No, of course it isn't. Definitely not. The trolling will never stop.
I think you'll find that it will, Decca. But as I said, you will still get the odd person who doesn't like you. That's just a fact in life. Not everyone's going to like you. And as I've said before, you shouldn't want everyone to like you. You can't be a people pleaser. You know what they say, if you're everyone's cup of tea, you're a mug. So yeah, the issues people have with you, a lot of it will stop compared to what it is now.
The only intention of these people is to get me off YouTube.
Well, if what these people are saying is actually true, then I don't blame them. You shouldn't be on YouTube. You shouldn't be on a platform like this for people to watch and look up to and whatnot. Like I said, if it's true. But carry on.
And that is plain to see. Certain podcasters have now got involved.
Like who?
As you've seen on the certain channels and doing interviews.
Well, what do you expect? It's a hot topic. People are going to talk about it the same way you talk about situations that ain't your own on your podcast. You can't have an issue with that. You can't. You're on a public platform. You're the hot topic. People are going to talk about it. Get over it.
I'm a one-man band against the whole establishment of podcasters and trolls. And that's what's happening. Money has been exchanged. Small channels have been paid money.
I ain't been paid a penny yet. I wish I was. I really do. But no, all jokes aside, I ain't been paid a penny yet. So rest assured, young Decca.
Hence why a lot of people are carrying this on and building the subscribers up.
No, I don't think that's why people are carrying on. I think people are carrying on because, as I said, it's a hot topic and people genuinely want the truth. As much as you say you got all this hate and trolls and whatnot, I've actually seen a lot of people just begging for you to prove your innocence. Because if you prove your innocence, all of this goes away. But yet, for some strange reason, which makes you look guilty, you won't do it. You won't do it.
And also, the big fish are paying the small fish.
Stop, man. Stop, man. Number one, how would you know something like that? And two, I genuinely believe you're just saying that to make your story look a lot better. As I said, all of that means nothing because you could just go and do the enhanced DBS check, Decca. It's not hard. Come on, mate.
Now, you've got to understand, guys, where am I getting this information from?
I would love to know. Please explain.
It doesn't matter where I'm getting the information from.
Actually, it does matter. It really does matter. But carry on.
But as I showed a lot of evidence in my expose that I put out,
you didn't show any evidence. As I said, all you did was highlight that there are a group of people or a handful of people who have an issue with you. But the issue that they have with you, you ain't proving them wrong. Just because you prove that someone's got an issue with you, it doesn't prove your innocence to the accusations being made. And you're smart enough to know this, Decca. Come on, mate.
Everything I'm saying is true.
We're not interested in you telling us it's true. Go and prove it. What is wrong with you, man?
Now, you've got to understand YouTube and you've got to understand algorithms and views and stuff like that. The official All or Nothing podcast is one of the top trending channels in the UK at the moment.
So what? Who gives a
As you can see by the views, I'll make a video and I got 30,000 views in 2 days.
That's good for you, Decca. But the fact of the matter is, you getting 20, 30, 40,000 views in 2 days is only at the minute from what I can see because of the accusations you're going through. The accusations and allegations that you still have not proven yourself to be innocent.
People don't like this. Other podcasters with other channels do not like this.
If people don't like to see another person getting views on the platform, then it's just sad really, isn't it? That's what I think.
I've had defamation complaints on certain podcasts.
So have I, Decca. So have I. Join the club.
That should have never been defamated because there was nothing in there to class as a defamation.
Exactly what happened to me. All I was doing was giving my opinion, and I still got a defamation strike. I ain't complaining about it. It is what it is. Wipe your mouth and move on.
Why? That has been done to take that video from the top of the search bar. Now, the best way I can explain this is when I do a podcast with a certain individual and it goes and it's getting like 100,000, 120,000 views. Then when another podcast show does a podcast with that same individual, they'll get my video struck down so their video rises to the top.
If that's what people are doing, strategic moves like that, it is a dirty game, I can't lie. But you're a big boy, figure out a way around it. Don't use people's names, block out the names. I'm sure majority of the people that are listening or watching your podcast are clever enough to know who someone's talking about without having to mention their name.
That's how YouTube works. And what's happening, guys, I've had defamation after defamation after defamation on a lot of my videos. But if you think about it, I've been defending myself and putting out my side.
We've heard your side. And again, we don't really want to hear anything else other than you proving your innocence. Come on, Decca, man.
What's happening is these other channels, especially the smaller ones, are getting to say things about me. As soon as I come out defending myself and make a video, straight away it gets a defamation complaint.
Again, use your brain. Stop using people's names. And furthermore, I got a way you can put an end to this. I've said it about 600 times during the video. Just put out your enhanced DBS check and it's done. It's done. It's finished. Then these certain individuals, you don't have to name their names. People will know who they are, people will know that they've lied, and people will know that you're telling the truth, if you are telling the truth. That puts a stop to it.
Money is changing hands, but nobody's going to bring this podcast down.
You keep saying money's changing hands, but you ain't said how you know this information. Again, it's just more misdirection, man.
I'm going to keep making content, I'm going to keep doing interviews and just keep being real.
Well, that's funny, because the other day I'm pretty sure you were saying you were going to walk away from the podcasting game. Now you're going to keep doing it. The other day you was going to stop making videos, you weren't interested in it, but again, another day, and there's another video out of you talking about it again. I am actually confused. I can't lie, I really am.
Like I say, I don't have anything against anyone in the podcast world.
It didn't sound like that from the phone conversations I was listening to.
But unfortunately, it's full of jealousy and envy.
And let me guess, you're the only one who isn't jealous or envious of anybody else. Is everyone attacking you, is it?
Nobody likes this.
You're right, nobody does.
The official All or Nothing podcast in the last 12 months has reached nearly 22,000 subscribers. That's alright.
I'll give you that. That's good numbers. For 12 months, 100%.
It's not bad, is it?
No, not really.
It's only going to keep growing.
It's going to stop growing if you don't address these issues. If you don't prove your innocence, that's one thing I'm sure of, it will stop growing.
As you've seen now, certain individuals are conspiring with my trolls.
Who is conspiring with your trolls? Who? I would love to know.
Getting involved, starting to do interviews. A lot of people are now clickbaiting my name.
I wouldn't really call it clickbait. Clickbait is, from my understanding, saying something in the title or writing something in the title, and then when you watch the video, it's got nothing to do with what the title says. So you was clickbaited into watching the video. People commenting or giving their opinion or their take on a trending topic or a hot topic at the moment isn't clickbait. Does that mean you clickbait then? Because you've used this situation that you're involved in to capitalize off of it for views and subscribers. Does it mean you're clickbaiting when you put someone's name in the title that you're interviewing? Exactly. I don't think that's clickbait. But each to their own, innit? But carry on.
To me, it's a compliment, because when they're doing this, they're actually bringing, whether it's negative attention or positive attention, they're bringing attention to my channel.
So then why the are you complaining about it for?
My channel over the last 28 days has had 2 million views.
Good numbers. Good for you, Decca. But again, the 2 million views I could do without giving the topic of discussion as to why you're getting them views. To me, it's dirty views. You're capitalizing and gaining from a very, very dark, nasty topic. Dark things you're being accused of that you refuse to prove wrong. And that I don't agree with.
Now, when you look at the analytics of this, that is very good going.
It is good going, but it ain't maintainable. Let's see if you can maintain this traction that you're getting from all this negative attention, because I don't think you will.
The official All or Nothing podcast is probably the top trending show in the UK in this last couple of months.
Yeah, but for bad negative accusations and allegations.
Obviously, because of the negativity surrounding what's been going on.
Exactly that. Exactly that, Decca.
In a business point, it's good business.
I'm going to have to disagree. It's bad business, because I don't know what brand or sponsorship is going to want to align themselves with someone who's being accused of these type of accusations. I know I wouldn't.
But the bad part about it is people are now coming together. They're seeing this. Decca Heggie brings views. The official All or Nothing podcast brings views. Let's do a reaction video to this.
Some people might be doing it for that. And I'll be honest with me, it's a bit of both. Yeah, there's views in it, but that's because it's a trending topic. It isn't personal towards yourself, even though the allegations that you've been accused of are personal to me. I don't like them in any way, shape or form. But as I said, a part of it is for views, but a part of it is I had hundreds of comments and DMs asking me to give my opinion on the situation. So here I am, giving my reaction and opinion to the situation. It's a hot topic. The same way you would if the shoe was on the other foot and it wasn't yourself being accused.
And you'll notice this, guys, that smaller channels now are starting to do reaction videos to get views.
I just answered that, and I really can't be bothered to answer it again. As I said, some people might be doing it strictly just for views, but I do think a lot of people are genuine about the topic of discussion and feel a personal, passionate way about it and feel they want to give their opinion on it. And I'm 50-50. 50% of it is, yeah, you're a hot topic. Even if it wasn't you and it was Joe Blogs from down the road, I would give my opinion on the situation because it's a trending topic. And the other half of it is, like I said, the stuff you've been accused of, I feel passionate about. I got females in my family. I got kids. If it is true, it's disgusting. And I'm going to give my opinion and let that be known that I don't get down with it in any way, shape or form.
Okay. YouTube is a mucky world. It's a very murky, dark world. And what happens is people get greedy.
And I would have to say you fall into that category as well, Mr. Decca, because it comes across very greedy then of yourself. That the fact that you refuse to prove all this stuff to your viewers and subscribers and the people that genuinely would like to know the truth. But yet you've made a million videos about it with adverts on it, as I've said throughout the whole video, capitalizing and receiving financial gain from it. So are you greedy then?
People get greedy for views, they get greedy for money.
Every time you point the finger at someone, just remember there's 3 pointing back in your direction. So you're pointing your finger at everybody, telling everybody they're greedy for views, greedy for money and all this whatever else rubbish you're talking. But you're guilty of the same thing. Because as I said, you've got over, I'd say a good 30 videos surrounding this topic.
They get greedy over content. Nobody wants to see anybody doing well.
I agree with you there. I've noticed that with a few people. People say they want to see you do well. They just don't want to see you do better than them. It's sad, but it's true. But it is what it is at the end of the day. There's people like that in every aspect of life, not just this YouTube world. And just because people behave like that doesn't mean you have to lower yourself to their level and behave like that. Or you have to stop in your tracks and become all butthurt over it. You wipe your mouth and move on.
But me personally, I'm just getting on with the job, doing my videos.
We can see that, Decca. We see multiple videos daily from yourself, but none of the ones that everybody wants.
I'm not bothering anybody.
Well, I beg to differ. You are bothering people, and I'll reiterate what I said earlier on in the video. It's bothering people because you'll happily sit there and make countless videos and run adverts and whatever else it is you're doing and benefit off the back of it, whether it's by view, subscription or ad revenue. About this whole situation, you never ignored it from the jump. You entertained it because you was capitalizing off of it. And that's what's bothering people, the fact that you're able to sit there and do all that, but you won't prove your innocence. It's so easy to do. And as I said, I'm the first one to stand up and say, listen, I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, because you don't have to prove anything to anybody. But as I said, there's a flip side to that coin. If you would have came out from the jump and said that and said, listen, it's trolls, it's haters, I ain't going to entertain them. It's the first and last time that I address this. Don't come to me about it no more. I won't be entertaining it. And I will not give any hater or troll a platform or the airtime that they so clearly want. It's all rubbish and bullshit. Feel free to do any kind of investigation and digging that you want, but I'm leaving it at that. You didn't do that. As I said, you entertained it. You financially gained from it. You analytically gained from it. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's from views, subscriptions, memberships, or ad revenue. You've gained off the back of this. So if you can gain off the back of it, then you owe it to everybody to prove your innocence. That's my opinion.
Just trying to get on with it. And like I say, tonight I've got an interview at 9 o'clock with Equalizer and Gary from the Crime Scene NE.
I really couldn't care less, if I'm honest. I really couldn't. At once upon a time I did care, but now I don't. Because the only thing I care about is you clearing your name. Because these accusations are crazy.
We're going to be talking about their lives. We're going to be talking about why they started podcast in the first place, what's their ambitions, a little bit about their lives.
No, Decca. You don't want to be talking about any of that. What you want to be talking about is this enhanced DBS check and setting everybody straight. The people who are on the fence, as you say, your own words, proving it to them. Forget me, forget everybody else, but prove it to your viewers, to the people who subscribe to you. You owe them that, at least.
And the mental health that they suffer on a daily basis.
A lot of people have mental health, but I ain't even going to get into that just yet.
Stuff like that, positive stuff that people want to listen to.
Not being funny, mate, but there can't be anything positive from you until you resolve this situation. And I've said it a million times and I'm going to keep saying it. Me personally, I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say until you address these allegations properly, and not just with you saying, it's not true, blah, 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 blah. Give the people what they're asking for and then move on. Then you can start talking about being positive and whatever else and whatnot.
But as I say, money is being exchanged in the podcast world to take the official All or Nothing podcast off YouTube.
At this point, it's just like, who cares? Who even gives a shit? Again, it just seems like misdirection. It just seems like you're wriggling away from the actual point of what it is that you really need to do. You say people's exchanging money, doing this, you ain't got no proof, blah, blah, blah. You're hell-bent on being able to prove that you got trolls and haters. You're hell-bent on being able to prove people are exchanging money and all this other stuff and that people are trolls and they're out to get you and take you down. But you ain't hell-bent on proving these nasty, vile accusations and allegations to be false. You got your priorities messed all the way up at the minute, Decca. I have to be honest with you.
When I can prove it, when I have the evidence, I will show you this.
No, Decca. I don't think anybody's interested anymore. No one don't want to see no proof or evidence of anything else other than your enhanced DBS check. I know that's how I feel. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. You're worrying about the wrong things. As I said, your priorities are backwards at the minute.
As you know with me, guys, I don't keep nothing.
You're keeping that DBS check, and I can tell that much at the minute.
I'm going to show it. I'm going to do it. Also, I'm going to prove myself to the people that are sitting on the fence who believe the lies about me.
That's all you should be focusing on right now. Forget everything else. Forget the fights. Forget the training. Forget the trolls and the haters. Forget everybody else who might have an issue with you or is trying to do whatever it is you're saying they're trying to do. Put that on the back burner for a second. Because the best thing you could do is what you just said. Prove them wrong. Prove that these allegations are false and not true. And then you don't have to do anything else, do you? I think that stops everything else dead in its tracks. Stop talking about all the other stuff and get the main stuff done. Get it taken care of.
I will come out and I will show it.
You need to hurry up because it's been God knows how long. And I don't know how people are still entertaining you without this, without you proving these allegations are wrong.
So just be patient with me, guys.
No. Everyone's been more than patient enough with you. I think everyone's patience is running out. It don't take that long and it ain't that hard to do. Stop wriggling.
You know, it's not done overnight.
No, it's not done overnight, but it don't take 18 months to do it either.
As you all know, when you go through this process, it takes time. I will do it, okay?
You've been saying that for the longest. But again, you've let every other little individual thing take precedence over that. Everything else has come before you proving these allegations to be false. Come on, Decca, man.
But it's just the fact that I can't believe the skullduggery that is taking place.
The same way, we can't believe you're accused of these allegations and all you've done is made videos. You haven't actually done anything to try and prove it wrong.
Just people want me off YouTube.
If the allegations and accusations are true, I want you off YouTube too.
Certain people I've done interviews with have now turned against me.
I wonder why that is.
I'm joining forces with trolls. Now you've got to remember, and as you've seen in the expose, guys, some of the trolls that I actually showed in this expose, some of these podcasters are still joining in with them. And I'm thinking, wait on a minute. You've actually seen what these people are about, yet you say you're professional and you want to do the right thing, but you're joining a bunch of hillbillies.
Well, I could say the same about you, Decca. You say you want to do the right thing. You say you know what the right thing is to do. So why are you letting every other thing come in between you doing an enhanced DBS check? If there's nothing to hide and there's no issue, surely you would just get it done, no? That's what I think.
It's crazy. So yeah, guys, there is collusion. There is people getting together to bring this podcast down.
A bit like you was getting together with that other geezer on the phone, trying to do whatever it is you was doing to other people's podcasts. As I told you, every time you point the finger at somebody, there's 3 pointing back at you.
Won't happen. I'm going to keep doing the content. I'm going to keep putting out videos, podcasts, mental health stuff, positive stuff, moving away from all the negativity that's happened.
You should have done that from the very jump, Decca, but you didn't. As I said multiple times with this video, you entertained it. So if you can entertain it, then the least you could do is entertain your subscribers, your viewers, and the people who genuinely care and get the DBS check done.
I'm feeling a bit of a better place now. I've got my head screwed on, doing my training.
Don't really care about the training, if I'm honest.
Doing my diet, losing a bit of weight, getting fit, and just taking each day as it comes.
Good for you, Decca. Good for you, but again, I really don't care.
So keep enjoying the content. Thank you for the support.
If you really want to say thank you to the people, as I told you, get the check done.
A lot of trolls on my channel, but hey, you're welcome. You push the algorithm, you make the videos get out there more. Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
That ain't the attitude to have, Decca, if I'm honest. It really ain't.
So guys, God bless, have a good day, and see you tonight at 9 o'clock.
Well, you won't be seeing me at 9 o'clock, I can tell you that much, for free. So, that's the end of the footage that I had to react to. If I'm honest, it weren't all that. It ain't your typical breakdown from me. It's something a little bit different, I guess. So, my opinion of Decca Heggie. From what I'm seeing, I see a lot of misdirection going on. I see a lot of finger pointing going on. I see you doing everything in your power other than to enhance DBS check, other than proving these accusations to be false. And that I can't respect. I have no respect for it. Now, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm not here to say you're guilty or you're not guilty. That's not my job. And I don't know if you're guilty or not guilty. But my opinion is, at the minute, seeing the stuff, I think there's no smoke without fire. And the fact that I heard a phone conversation with you and somebody offering you £40,000, Decca, you can keep 20 up front. If you pass a DBS check, you'll get another 20. If you fail it, you get to keep the 20k anyway, and you refuse to do it. Your answer was, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but your answer was something like, why would I do that for these trolls? And yes, as I said during the video, I agree. Why should you do this for trolls? If you would have had that energy from the very beginning, but you didn't. You entertained it and you've let it get to where it's got to. So you owe it to the people to do that. So for you to refuse a DBS check, because I'm telling you right now, if someone can offer me 20k right now to do a DBS check, and I'll do it in the blink of an eye. 20 bags to just get a check done. If I know I've got nothing to hide, I'm doing that check ASAP. So for you to not do it, it don't sit right with me. And like I said, it leads me to believe that there's no smoke without fire with you. Also, the stuff that I've seen about that Geraldine girl is no good. How you addressed her and spoke about her, I thought was pretty disgusting, in my opinion. Now, whether or not she is dirty, which is your word, you said she was dirty. Just because someone's dirty doesn't mean they're telling lies or whatever it is. And I don't really want to get too much into Geraldine because, as I said, it's a dark topic. It's dark, it's seedy, it's nasty. My heart goes out to her. But I didn't respect the way you spoke about her in any way, shape or form. But anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to get too deep into it. Just back to my original thought is, my opinion is, all that stuff's been going on, you look guilty. As I said, I'm not here to condemn you or say you're guilty, but in my eyes, I wouldn't let you around my family. I wouldn't let you around my kids. I wouldn't let you around no females that I know alone because of the accusations. Now, so my opinion is, it's not looking good for you at the minute. You don't look innocent, you look very guilty. And for me, I don't know if people want to stand next to me or whatever, but my stance on it is, I won't be supporting or watching anything else from you until you prove your innocence. Until you clear this up properly, no wriggling, no justifying, no swerving out the way. Just do the check, get it done, prove your innocence. Until then, I won't be watching or supporting anything that you're involved in. My advice to you is, get the DBS check done, the enhanced one. Prove your innocence. I think once you do that, you'll be fine. You'll be sweet. If I've said anything to offend you in this video, once you prove your innocence, as it comes back all clean and all good and you're not a danger or whatever it is, and you haven't done these vile things people are saying, I'll be the first to come on camera and apologise and say that my opinion was wrong of you. But until then, that's my opinion, I'm sticking to it and I'm standing on it. As I said, my advice to you is that do the enhanced DBS check. Don't make no more videos, don't do nothing, don't entertain nobody. Forget about everything else and get the checks done. Prove your innocence. And if you can't do that and you don't do that, I think everybody should just stay away from you. Because who wants to be wrapped up or attached to people with these nasty, vile accusations? Because I know I wouldn't. So that's my take on it, that's my stand on it. I've said it, I stand on it, and it is what it is. Also, check out Brummy Adam. He gave quite a good review of his opinion on the situation. And I gotta say, I fully agree with it. I fully agree with his opinion. And the same with Uncle K as well. So give them a check out, give them a look out. Have a look at their opinions on the situation. I think they got it spot on as well. And with that being said, that's the end of the video. Link in the description for the PayPal for you to purchase your merchandise. if you want to support the channel that little bit more. And I hope everyone stays safe and stays blessed. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and this is probably one of the only videos that will get a part 2, because you know the slogan, one and done. I don't feel that I've done it as much justice as I could have. It's just the limited content I was working with. As I said, if there is one that will get a part 2, it will be this one. Again, we're almost at 3k. Thank every single individual person on the platform. And with that being said, it's YFD, your favorite demon, one and done, and we're gone. I'll see you lot on the next one. I'm out.